Okay, dear students, very good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. So welcome to this lecture number 18 on the topic of optics. Okay. So in the last session, we have started refraction. Okay. So we have discussed what is the definition of refractive index. Okay. And then we have started refraction at spherical surface. Correct or not? We are supposed to start refraction at plane surface, but refraction at plane surface can be better understood if we understand a little bit of refraction at spherical surface. So that's why I have started refraction at spherical surface. Very, very important formula I gave you in the last class. Okay, that is called as to find out the position of image. To find out the position of image. Okay, when refraction happens at spherical surface, the formula is mu2 by v minus mu1 by u is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by r. Okay, where mu1 is called as the refractive index of that medium in which incident ray is present, mu2 is the refractive index of that medium in which refracted ray is present, and u is object distance, v is image distance, and r is the radius of curvature of spherical surface. Okay, so this based on this formula, I think we have done one problem, and I gave two problems as homework. Have you all done? What is the answer for the first one? That is, find the image and its height. Find the image and its height for this one, where r is 20 centimeters, object is 40 centimeters, object height is 1 centimeter. One medium is air, another medium is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 means water. So what is the answer for this first problem?
Sir,
Sir,
is V minus 32 centimeters?
Correct. V is equal to minus 32 centimeters. Very good. So therefore, answer for this one is V is equal to minus 32 centimeters. And what about the height? What about the height? Or magnification, you tell me. What is the magnification you got? Magnification. Nobody has done. Huh? It is such a simple problem. Why nobody has done? Is there any difficulty in this problem? Just you have to know mu1, mu2, u, v, r, and then calculate v. That's all. And magnification formula also I gave you m. Why are you not doing the homework? Which I gave in the class.
Sir, is it minus 3 by 5?
Minus 3 by 5. Not minus, but 3 by 5.
Yes, sir, 3 by 5.
Magnification, which is equal to 3 by 5, or it's nothing but 0.6, which implies height of the image by height of the object is equal to what? 0.6. Height of the object is anyway 1 centimeter. So therefore, height of the image also will get as 0.6. Okay. Minus why you got? You didn't substitute with sign convention, I think. Because
sir, I did a small mistake, sir. I didn't see the other minus sign. That's why.
Magnification formula is v by u into mu1 by mu2. Now mu1, mu2 are anyway positive. Now here v is minus, u is also minus. So it becomes what? Cancel. So therefore we get 0.6. Okay. So that is the answer for the first one. Okay. If you don't participate in the classes, then there is no point. Participation is not just attending the class. Okay. You have to understand, you have to practice, you have to be interactive in the class. Then only you learn the concepts. Otherwise, if you just attend, there is no use. Okay, just for the sake of attending, there is no use. You have to practice. You have to understand. If you don't understand, ask. Okay. After understanding, then you have to practice. Every day I'll give at least 2-3 problems in the class homework. Okay. And apart from that, every day work session I'm giving. Okay. So if you don't practice, then there is no point of attending. There's no use of attending. Just for the sake of what you call attendance, don't attend. Please practice. Such a simple problem. Is there any difficulty in this problem? Even 10th class student also will solve this problem after I have given the formula. Formula is given, everything is given. What is the difficulty? Only thing is you are not enthusiastic, you are lazy, that's all. Please participate. There is no point in what you call attending classes without any, if you practice, then what you will understand, it's not theory subject, it's not like chemistry or something, okay, where you just attend and then go. It's physics. Physics means you have to practice. If you don't practice, it's not just for what you call some theoretical understanding. I know the formula mu2 by v minus mu1 by u equal to mu2 minus mu1 by r. That's it. There's no point in learning that formula alone and without practicing. Okay, this is physics. It's not theoretical subject. You have to practice. If you don't practice, then there is no point. You will not understand. Even if you hear 100 times, you have to practice. You have to put pen on the paper. Okay, I don't know how many people are writing the notes also. Anyway, find the final position of the image. What is the answer for the second one? Did you all understand yesterday's class? First of all, have you understood this? What you call this one? This formula? Have you understood yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then why it's so difficult to solve this simple problem? Find
Sir,
the
is it
final
minus 4
position.
by 5 r?
What is the answer?
Minus 4 by 5 r.
Minus 4 by r.
Minus 4 by 5 r.
Achha, achha. B is equal to, you're telling answer, B is equal to minus 4 by 5 times of r. Okay, that means if r is equal to, suppose let us say 5 centimeters, if r equal to 5 centimeters, then what is the answer? Minus 4 you are telling her? No. Why you got minus 4? No. See here, I'll explain then. Please listen. Please write the notes. Okay. Please write the notes. Please practice. I'm giving few problems. Okay. That is such important concepts I'm telling, explaining with some solved examples, and then I'm giving some problems as homework for practice. If you don't practice, you won't learn those concepts.
Sir,
Sir,
Vasudev's mic is not working, sir, and his answer is minus r, it seems, sir.
minus r.
Yes, sir.
That means minus 5 centimeters. No. Okay. So anyway, I'm solving this one. Please see here. Find the final position of the object, image. Okay, where is the final position of the image? Okay, and this is a glass sphere of refractive index 3/2. Okay, and object is placed exactly on the boundary on this side. This is a glass sphere, and we are seeing from this side. Okay, so finally, this object will be seen. Where will this image of this object will be seen? That is the question. Okay, so yesterday, as I told you, okay, one of the important point I told that whenever an object is on the boundary, you don't have to take the refraction at that boundary. Okay, you have to neglect the refraction at this boundary. Okay, so that means there is no refraction at surface A. So only refraction will happen at surface B. So refraction means what? First we draw the incident rays. So the incident rays are falling on surface B. So now here we have to apply the formula mu2 by v minus mu1 by u is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by r. Okay. So now what is mu1? What is mu1? What is mu1? Sushant, what is mu1?
3/2.
3/2.
Sushant, what is mu1?
3/2.
3/2. What is mu2, Rasagna?
Sir, 1.
What is mu2?
Sir,
Here
is
outside-
it 1 if it's air?
It's outside is air. So therefore, air's refractive index is 1. And here object distance. What is object distance? Now the incident rays are falling on this surface. Now this is the pole of that surface. So from this pole, where is the object here? Now the object is here.
Sir, is the answer 2.5, sir?
Answer is
2.5.
2.5 R, or you're telling?
Sir, 2.5
What?
means
You're
R
taking
by
R
2.
as 5 centimeters, sir?
Yes, sir.
No, no. See here. Now U is equal to, how much is U? How much is this U? U means from here to object distance, correct or not? Now distance is measured from the pole. So now you are going from here towards left side, correct or not? So left side means negative. And how much is this distance? 2R, correct or not? This is nothing but 2R, na? Diameter. So 2 into 5 centimeters. That means how much? 10 centimeters. Plus 10 or minus 10? Minus 10. Then what is the image distance? We have to find out. What is the radius of
Sir, is it-
curvature?
Minus 4R.
Minus 4R, correct. Okay. So what is the radius of curvature here? Now this is the center, correct or not? So radius of curvature means from here to here. This is also what? Minus 5 centimeters. Now you just have to apply this formula. That's all. Now mu2, what is mu2? 1 by V minus what is mu1? 3 by 2 by U. U is what? Minus 10 is equal to mu2 1 minus 3 by 2 by what is R? Minus 5. So 1 by V. Okay, this is how much here? Plus 3 by 20 is equal to, this is 2 minus 3 minus 1. So that means 1 by 10. Minus minus will get cancelled. So 1 by V is equal to 1 by 10 minus 3 by 20. So which implies 20 is the LCM. So 10 2's. Okay, 2 minus 1. So that is equal to 1 by 10 2's minus 1 by 20. Correct or not? Okay. See, minus 1 by 20. Minus 1 by 20 or plus 1 by 20 here? Sorry, sir, 1 minute. LCM is 20, 10 2's minus 3. So that is equal to minus 20 centimeters. So this implies V is equal to minus 20 centimeters. Minus 20 means what? From here to here is anyway 2R means R is 5 centimeters. So that means 2 5s are 10. Correct or not? This is up to here, it is 10 centimeters. Okay. Then 20 means somewhere around here. Like this. Okay. So this is called as 20 centimeters. So now image will be formed at here. Image will be formed at here. Now the way to draw the ray diagram is like this. Okay. Now the refracted rays will go like this. The refracted rays will go like this. Okay. In such a way that when you extend them back, they'll meet at this point. Okay. You can also draw one more incident ray like this. You can also draw one more incident ray like this. Okay. I'll erase all this. Sorry. These are the incident rays. See here. Okay. These are the incident rays like this. This is one incident ray. This is another incident ray. So now from here also there will be refracted ray. But how the refracted ray will go like this in such a way that when you extend it back, it will meet at here. So now the eye will see which rays? The eye will see these rays. Correct or not? These white colored rays. The eye will see these white color rays which are coming from here, image point, which is at a distance of 32 centimeters. So that means when you see an object, okay, which is behind a glass pier, you will not see at that point, you will see here. Okay. So this is the question which I gave. Okay. So now continuation of this question,
Sir?
at least now Rasagna?
Sir, Mahapragya said she's waiting in the lobby, sir. Could you please
Who?
accept? Mahapragya.
Okay. Okay, see here. So now continuation of this question is, okay, at least do this question now. Everybody should do it now. Okay, see here. The question is, okay, same glass sphere is there. Okay, there is a glass sphere. This is the glass sphere. Okay. Now this is the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Okay. This is a glass sphere. Okay. Same thing. Everything. This is a glass sphere of refractive index 3/2. Okay. And radius is taken as 5 centimeters. Take radius as 5 centimeters. Same data. Okay. Now previously we placed the object here. Correct or not? We placed the object here, and we are seeing from this side. And the question is, where will the final image be formed? Okay. So now everything is same. Now we'll shift the object. Suppose let us say if I shift this object. Okay. If I shift this object just 1 centimeters behind. 1 centimeters behind. So that means right now the object is here. Right now the object is here. Right now the object is here. Okay. So at a distance of 1 centimeter from here. At a distance of 1 centimeter from here. Now the same question. Where will the final image be formed? 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 Come on, do it. At least do it now. Everybody should do it. Where will the final image be formed? In the meantime, I'll take attendance. Ritu Sujana. She's there. Is she there? Not there. Shalini, not there. Rama Sailja is there. G Chenmay is there. Sri Vidya is there. Pranita Soumya is there. Soumya Sri Tripathi. Soumya means, is it Pranita Soumya or Soumya Sri Tripathi here? Soumya means.
Sir, I'm Pranita Soumya.
Okay, okay. You're Pranita Soumya. Next time you write it as Pranita Soumya. Soumya Sri Tripathi, are you there?
I wrote it in
Okay, okay, Soumya. Soumya Sri Tripathi is not there. Next, Rasagna is there. Venkata Vijita. Venkata Vijita is there.
Sir, is it minus 20 by 19?
Minus 20 by
19.
final image I am asking, correct?
Yes, sir.
No, no.
Sir, minus 5/3.
No. Next, Suprita is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So her mic isn't working.
Snehita, what is the answer? What is the answer?
Sir,
Oh,
sir, is it minus 5/3?
no, no, no. Hasini is there. Deekshita, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mahapragna, Rahul Gupta is there. Pawan Sagar. Pawan Sagar.
Absent, sir.
Absent. Next, Manjunath, Gaurinath is there. Sushant is there. Aditya is there. B. Karthik, assumed to be there. Next, Nandakishore, not there. VDSS Ritesh, not there. D. Sai Ritesh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pushmitra is there. Sai Ganesh is there. Vasudev is there. Sanjay, are you there? Hemant, are you there? Karthik Bharadwaj. Sulek, not there. Ashfaq, Alap. Alap. Is Alap there?
Yes.
Okay.
So is it 10 by 13?
Is it?
10 by 13?
No, no.
Sir, is it 5 by 7?
No, no. I'm asking final position.
Sir, minus
Sir,
4
is
by
it
5.
16?
No,
Sir, is it 16 by 3?
no, no. Next, B. Sushant is absent. Varshit, I think Varshit is absent. Kaushik is there. Snehita, you are there. K. Yashasvi is there. Jayashree is there. P. Chinmay is absent. Anushka is there. B. Yashasvi. Bhavya Yashasvi. Are you there? Bhavya Yashasvi. Ramanjita also absent. Okay, what is the answer?
Sir, 5 by 4.
No.
So minus 2/3 or minus 8/3?
No, no, no. Very simple
Okay.
problem, na? See here. First, what you have to do? First, this is the object. Always start from the objects. So take two rays. Okay. So these are the two incident rays. This is one incident ray. Let's say green color. This is one incident ray. This is another incident ray. Okay. So these two rays are incident on the surface. So let's say surface A. Okay. So now take refraction at surface A. At surface A, I am considering the refraction. So therefore, what is mu1? What is mu1 at here? 1. Because this is the air. This is what? Glass, 3/2. So therefore, mu2 is what? 3/2. And what is u? -1 centimeter. Because now this is my pole. No? Okay, I am considering refraction at here. So this distance is 1 centimeter, but left side, so -1 centimeter. Next, V is what I have to find out. Then what is R? R is what from here? Now this is the pole, no? So this is the center. So now to measure this distance, you have to go right. So therefore, +5 centimeters. Now apply the formula mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Okay, so this implies how much you will have. What is mu2? 3/2 by V minus mu1, 1 by U. U is what? -1 is equal to mu2 is what? 3/2 minus 1 by R. R is what? 5. Okay. So that means 3/2V. This is what? Minus +1, which is equal to 3/2. That is 1/10. So that means 3/2V is equal to 1/10 minus 1, which implies 10, 1 minus 10. So that is equal to -9/10. So 2 5s, 3 3s. So that means finally you will get V is equal to how much? -5/3 centimeters. Correct or not? Okay. Or we can also write as 3 1s, 3 3 6, 20, 3 6. So that means -1.6 centimeters. Okay. -5/3 means -1.6. Okay. So first, let us draw that ray diagram. Okay. So now -1.6 centimeter. So that means little greater than 1 centimeter. So image is somewhere around here. Okay. So now these rays, now these are the rays, no? Correct or not? Now at this point, when this incident ray is incidented here, now at this point, refraction will happen. Refraction is bending of light ray. So that means the light will bend either like this or like this. So how to know is only after calculation. Now since we calculated, now we can definitely tell that now this refracted ray should pass through this point. Correct or not? So therefore now the refractor ray will be like this. See here. It will go like this. Same way from here, draw like this. Okay. So now along this line, the refracted ray will be there. So always remember, refracted ray will be like this. See the dotted line. Okay. Same way, this one also. Like this. So that means now these white rays, which are the refracted rays for the surface A, will become now incident rays for surface B. Now they are incident on surface B. Correct or not? Now this is a second surface. Correct or not? Second surface B. Okay. So therefore now you consider what? Second surface B. Okay. So at B, consider refraction at second refraction. Okay. So that means now at this point, what is mu1? mu1 means what? Now this is 3/2, this is 1. Correct or not? Now this is the pole. Okay. So now these are incident rays for the second surface. So therefore mu1 is 3/2, mu2 is what? 1. U is what? Now where is U? Tell me. Now for this surface, these are the incident rays. These rays are coming from where? So this surface B will see these rays coming from I, which is at what distance? Which is at what distance from here? From the pole. How much is this distance? From the pole, how much is this distance? Up to here, we know this is diameter. That means 5 centimeters. Correct or not? And from here, we know this distance is anyway how much? 5/3. Correct or not? This is up to here. This is 5. This is 5 plus 5/3. Because 5/3 now we got. Okay. So therefore, 5 plus 5/3. And that too minus. Correct or not? So minus of 5 plus 5/3, which is equal to minus
Sir,
of
is it minus 7/20? Minus 7/20.
minus 7/20.
20.
No.
Sir, is it -8?
Minus
8.
8.
Yes, sir.
No.
Sir, Vasudev is telling -3.
No. See here what is the object distance? Tell me. Minus, sorry, here radius is 5 centimeters. Up to here only 5. From here to here, 5 plus 5, 10. Sorry, this is 10 centimeters. Sorry, this is total is 10 centimeters. So 10 plus 5 by 3. Sorry, this is 10 plus 5 by 3. 10 3s are 30, 35. Minus 35 by 3 centimeters. And the image distance is what we have to find out. What is the radius of curvature now for this surface? Now this is called as radius of curvature, which is equal to minus 5 centimeters. Now apply the formula. Mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Okay, what is mu2? Here 1. So 1 by V is what we had find out, minus mu1. What is mu1? 3 by 2 by U. U is equal to minus 35 by 3 is equal to, what is mu2? 1 minus mu1 is 3 by 2 by U. Sorry, R. R is equal to minus 5. Okay, so this implies 1 by V minus minus will become plus. So that is equal to how much here? It will be 9 by 70. 3 3 is 9. 9 by 70 is equal to, this is 2 minus 3 minus minus becomes plus. So therefore 1 by 10. Correct or not? So 1 by V is equal to 1 by 10 minus 9 by 70. So LCM is 70. 10 sevens minus 9. So that is equal to minus 2 by 70 is 1 by V, which implies V is equal to minus 70 by 2, which is equal to minus 35 centimeters. Minus 35 centimeters from where? From this pole. Please remember. Minus 35 centimeters from here. Okay. So now I'll draw, see here. Okay, these are the rays. Now I'll draw only the rays. See here. Now see here, these are the incident rays which are falling on the surface. Now by calculation we found out that the image should be minus 35. That means from here minus 35 towards the left side. Okay. So towards left side minus 35. So that means from here already up to here 10 centimeters. So another 25 centimeters, maybe somewhere around here, let's say. This is minus 35 centimeters. So this is called as image, final image. Let's say this is I1, this is what I2. Okay. So now your rays will get refracted like this. Now your rays will get refracted like this. I'll use another color, pink color. Okay. So now your rays will get refracted like this. Now your rays will get refracted like this. See here. Now these pink color rays is what the eye will observe. Are you able to understand? These pink color rays are okay. So here you can see that this okay. So now I will see these pink colored rays. These pink colored rays coming from where? See here, at a distance of 35 centimeters from this point. At a distance of 35 centimeters from this point. Okay. So that means when you see from here, you will see, although two images are formed, but in your eye, which rays are entering? Only these purple colored rays, and these purple color rays are appearing from where? From I2. Okay, this is called as virtual image, the point from which the refracted rays appear to diverge. Okay, so therefore you will see only I2. Suppose let us say, if your eye is inside, which image will you see? I1 or I2?
So I1.
I1. Why? Because now your eye is here, only these rays will enter. Are you understanding? Whichever rays enter your eye, that is what you will see. So here white rays will enter your eye, so therefore you will see only I1. Okay. But when you come outside, you will see I2. Why? Because white rays are no more entering into your eye. Those white rays get refracted and then become purple colored rays. And then these colored rays are coming from I2. So therefore, the final position of the image is at 32 centimeters. Or at what? 32 centimeters. Is there any difficulty in solving this problem? A simple basic mathematics. Just you have to apply this formula, mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R, and follow the ray. That's all. You just have to follow the ray. Starting from object, just draw two rays, incident rays, and then apply this formula, calculate image, locate image, and from there you draw refracted rays, and those refracted rays become incident rays for the second surface, then again apply the formula, calculate the image, locate the image, and then draw the refracted rays. That's all, and that is what the eye will see. Okay, this entire optics will be easy if you follow this method. Okay, always start from object. Okay, draw two incident rays. Okay, and then solve the problem, locate the image, then draw again refracted rays, which will become incident rays for the second surface, and then again apply the formula, calculate the image, locate the image, and then draw the ray diagram, and those rays will enter your ray. That is what the final position of image is. Such an easy problem. I don't know why either you are not understanding or you are not applying. I don't know which one is. Okay, so shall I give one more problem or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see here. Okay, see here. I'll take the same problem. I'll take the same problem. See here. This is a glass sphere. This is what a glass sphere. Okay. Now, previously, we have taken this as the principal axis, correct or not? Okay. Now, now where was the previously? This was what glass sphere made of what refractive index 3/2 and radius of curvature is what 5 centimeters, correct? And there was an object which is at a distance of what 1 centimeter behind. Okay, this is 1 centimeter behind. This is a glass sphere. Please understand. Refractive index is 3/2. This distance is 1 centimeter. And then if you observe from here, where is the final position of the image? And just now we got minus 35 centimeters. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just change a small thing. Okay. Suppose let us say if the top hemisphere, that means if the top hemisphere means, suppose let us say 1 minute. Yeah. Suppose let us say I fill this top portion, okay, top portion, not full portion. Okay. It's coming entire thing. Okay, then what I'll do is, okay, otherwise I'll take this. Suppose let us say this part of sphere, that means half hemisphere, is made of glass. Okay, and then the bottom sphere, the bottom hemisphere is water. Okay, this is 4/3. Okay, see here, the top one is 3/2, the bottom one is 4/3, and here there is an object. Here, this is the object, okay, which is at a distance of 1 centimeter. Okay, now previously the whole sphere was made of glass. Okay, now half sphere is made of glass, and the bottom sphere, the top hemisphere is made of glass, and the bottom hemisphere is made of water. Okay, now the question is same thing. Okay, where will the final image be formed? 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 That's all. Okay. So now, how to do? where will the final image be formed? How to do? How to do?
Sir, can we take 2 rays from the object for each of the hemispheres?
Correct. You have to take now previously we have taken 2 rays. Now also you should take 2 rays. Okay. Now see here. Now what happened is now there are 2 hemispheres. Correct or not? There are 2 hemispheres. Okay. So what you have to do is first you should take this is one incident ray. Okay, and this is another incident ray. Okay, these are the 2 incident rays. Okay, which are meeting on the surface A. So now at surface A, now apply the formula mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Okay, how will you apply? By taking now mu1 as what here 1, mu2 as what 3 by 2. Okay, then you will solve. Okay, then you will get one image. Okay, that's called as I1. But now simultaneously another 2 rays are also falling on the bottom sphere. Na? Correct or not? Another 2 rays are also falling on the bottom sphere. Correct or not? So these are the 2 rays which will fall on the bottom sphere. Sorry, one minute. We'll take another color. Okay, see here. These are the 2 rays which will fall on the bottom sphere like this. This is one ray and this is another ray like this. Okay. So here these are the 2 incident rays which are falling on the bottom sphere. Now let us say I call this as what you called B surface. Okay. So now again for B surface apply the same formula. Now you will get what? Image 2. Okay. Here what you will take mu1 as 1. Okay. Mu2 as what? 4 by 3. Okay. Mu2 as 4 by 3. And apply the same formula. Mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Then you will get I1 and I2. 2 images you will get. Okay. So again, now there will be refracted ray, correct or not? Here, now there will be refracted ray here. This will be one refracted ray, and here also there will be another refracted ray. Okay. Now again for this refracted ray, okay, again let us say this is surface B. Okay, sorry, surface C. Surface what? C. So again surface C here. Now again for surface C, apply the formula. Here now mu1 is what? 3 by 2. Mu2 is what? 1. Apply the formula and you'll get image I3. Then for the bottom sphere. Now for the bottom sphere, these rays will be incident on this surface. Let us say surface D. Okay, then apply the formula. Now mu1 is what? 4 by 3. Mu2 is what? 1. Then you'll get I4. Okay. So that means when the rays come out, okay, like this, finally when the rays come out, okay, now this ray will be at one point. This ray will be at one point. This ray will show I3, this ray will show I4. So that means now your eye will see 2 images. Now your eye will see 2 images, I3 and I4. Okay. So will you able to do the homework? At least now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please do it. Homework. I gave the entire solution I gave. You just have to put the values in the formula and just solve, which hardly will take 5 minutes. Okay. So please do this as homework. Okay. So next problem, one more I'll give. Okay. One more also. Next one is also very interesting problem. Same problem I'm taking. In one problem only I'm covering all the what you call different models. Okay. Same concept. Suppose let us say this is a sphere. This is a sphere, correct or not? Okay. So this is, let's say, principal axis. Let us say this is the principal axis. Okay, this is the principal axis. Okay. Now previously what we have taken, okay, the upper part is what? Glass, that is 3 by 2, and the bottom part is what? 4 by 3, correct or not? And then the object is where? Object is here at a distance of 1 centimeter. Okay. Same problem, at a distance of 1 centimeter, object is there. Where will the final image will be formed? Now you will get 2 images, correct or not? When the situation is this one. Now I'll change little bit. Same thing. Okay. Radius is same. Radius is 5 centimeters. Okay. Now what I'll do is, see here, I'll change little bit. Okay. What I'll do is, I will make this hemisphere into two parts like this. Okay. Where this left side part, okay, where this left side part is filled with glass. Okay, is filled with water. This is made of glass. This is made of water, glass. That means its refractive index is 3/2. Okay, and then right side is made of water. Right side is made of water. Water. Here water is there. Whose refractive index is 4/3. Okay. Now you are seeing now you are seeing from this side. So question is same thing. Where will you find where will the final image be formed? 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 Okay. So here it is very easy. Why? Because here now this what you call this refracting surface, spherical surface is separating only two different media. One is air. This side is water, air. This side is air. This side is air. This side is water, glass. So you can apply the formula. Take two rays. One is inside. These two rays you take. This is surface A. Okay. So for surface A, apply the formula mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Then you will get what? Mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. So then you will get one image I1. Okay. So from there, what will happen now? Again, the rays will get refracted like this, and then they'll fall on this surface. Now this is another surface which is separating different media, although it is not spherical surface, but it is a plane surface, correct or not? So now again for surface B, now you apply the formula mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. But since this surface is a plane surface, for this surface radius of curvature is infinity. So therefore infinity. Okay. And then you will get one image. Calculate this V, that is called as I2. Okay, U will be the image of first one. This I1, which is the image, will become now U for this surface. Now again, what will happen? The rays will get now again there will be some other rays like this. Then again surface C. Okay, at surface C, now again apply this formula. That's all. Where again mu2 by V minus mu1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. Here mu1 is what? 3/2. Mu2 is what? 1. Because this entire surface is what you call left hand side only one medium, right hand side only air. That's all. And for this plane surface, what is mu1? For plane surface, what is mu1? Incident ray is present in glass medium. So that means mu1 is 3/2, mu2 is 4/3. Sorry. Here it is 4/3. Sorry. For this surface, for surface C. For surface C, left hand side is what? 4/3. This 4/3 is water. So mu1 is 4/3, mu2 is 1. Then you will get what? I3. So finally, these rays will come outside. Correct or not? Finally, the rays which will come outside are from this surface C. And I will see these rays. So therefore, I will see only I3. Okay. Suppose if you are here inside water medium, green rays are entering. Correct or not? So green rays means the image of this one. I2 you will see. Suppose if I is here in this medium, then this white colored rays are entering. That means you will see I1. Suppose you are here, you will see only objects. Okay. There is no image. Although image is formed, but you cannot see it. Okay. Because in your eyes, only these rays will be entering. Okay. So depending upon the position of your eye, you will see different images. Are you understanding? Different what you call images in the sense that you will not see all the images at one time. Okay. Suppose if your eye is all over the place at the same time, which is difficult for a human being, then you can see all the images at one time. Okay. But being human being, you can see only at one place, correct or not, at one time. So therefore, when you are here, you will see I3. When you are here, you will see I2. When you are here, you will see I1. When you are here, you will see only objects. So it depends on from where you are looking. Okay. They say in what you call, there is a general statement. So if you want to tackle any problem, it depends on how you see the problem, correct or not. So if you see it from a different perspective, that problem may not look like a problem. Correct or not? So it all depends on your angle, okay, from where you are looking. Same problem can be seen by different people in different ways, like that. Okay, so same thing here, depending upon where you see. Okay, of course, here the question which I asked is here when the eye is here. Okay, but these things I am telling. Suppose if they ask like this, then these are the answers. Okay. Is it interesting or not? I think people are you? Hello, students are there or not? I'm wondering, students are there or not?
Sir, there, sir.
Yes,
There.
sir.
Okay. I hope students are not sleeping. Early morning time, I think it's very difficult. I understand, but it should be what you call at least something. So I'm not teaching very difficult things. I'm making you easy for you. Okay, just a simple things I'm telling. Just directly some concept, formula, application. That's all. Concept, formula, application. If you know these three things, then what is the difficulty in what you call solving the problems? I don't understand. Just make it as a practice. If you don't practice, remember the practice of what you call cycling. Suppose let us say if I taught you how to cycle, okay, you have to first sit on the seat and then you have to pedal like this. It's all theory. You understood nicely. Okay. You also know how to turn in theoretical way. Suppose let's say if I taught you in terms of theory that when turn comes, you have to turn right side, you have to turn left side like this by an angle of 30 degrees like that. But if you don't take the cycle and put yourself on the cycle and start riding, then you will not understand. You will not learn how to bicycle practically. So same thing is here physics also. Okay. In what you call while you are bicycling, initially you will fall down. So same way here, when you apply, you will get some wrong answers. It's okay, but you are trying it. Next time you will get correct answer. Okay. If you don't try, then you may feel that you know how to ride a bicycle. But when it comes to practical thing, if I give bicycle, you may not ride because you're not practiced. Correct or not? So same way, if you don't practice, then finally at the exam in January month, what you will solve in the final exam, IIT exam or NEET exam or any exam for that matter. Okay. There, the actual practice of cycling is tested. Correct or not? There is a test. Correct or not? Just like if you want to get a license, correct or not, driving license, there will be a test. You have to go there and you have to do the what you call whether you know actually or not. They will test. So same way here. Finally, in the month of January or February, you will be tested. And for the NEET students, I think May, June, they have some more time, May or June or next year. So finally, you have to pass the test. Okay, to pass the test, you have to practice. If you don't practice and think that one day I will, what you call, when I come to college, anyway, sir will tell again, once again, so I'll study at that time. Then it's all time. There's no time. We have limited time. Correct or not? Time is short. It's decreasing only. Please remember. Okay, it's decreasing. Time is decreasing because the final thing is fixed. January or February or March or April. January you keep it. So that means May is over. So hardly you have how much? 6 or 7 months time. So by next month, another 1 month will be decreased. So if you don't practice, if you don't apply, then you will not learn. And every day new concepts are taught. So therefore you cannot take it lightly. Suppose let's say if you're absent for today's class, then it's gone. Again to hear in a recorded form and then to understand is very, very difficult. Please understand. To understand in live class itself is very difficult because of some connection problem or because we are far away. You cannot ask immediately and all. So understanding in the live classes itself is very difficult. And what to speak of understanding in a recorded class and not attending live classes is very difficult. It's highly impossible. I can say that it is not possible. Not impossible. It's not possible to just understand from recorded classes or like that. So attend live classes, understand the concept, practice the concept, apply the concepts. Okay, then only you'll get it. If you don't apply and if you don't be enthusiastic, then nobody can do. Correct or not? I cannot make you and put it on the bicycle and force you. Correct or not? You yourself have to understand that I have to practice bicycling because I need that. Same way I have to pass in the IIT exam. So I need practice of solving problems. I have to come to a standard of solving 30 problems or 25 problems in 1 hour for IIT and for 45 problems in 1 hour for NEET exam. So that practice, that goal should be there. When that goal is not there, then nobody can do. Nobody can do. Neither parents nor teachers, nobody can. You yourself have to feel responsible that I have this target. I have to reach that target. So how to do? So making a plan and then applying that one. Not just making a plan and then keep it as it is. Okay, Monday I'll do this, Tuesday I'll do this, Thursday I'll do this, Monday 2 to 3 I'll study this, 3 to 4 I'll study this. It will be there on the paper, but you will not follow it. So please take it seriously. When there is a desire, everything will flow. If there is no desire, nothing will flow. Okay, when there is a desire that I have to solve, I have to pass in the exam, I have to get a seat, then only everything will flow. Okay, nobody has to tell you that you have to rise early or you have to study or you have to practice problems, or nobody has to tell you. When there is lack of desire, when you take the situation very lightly, okay, then nobody can do it. Please remember, the pandemic situation, don't take it what you call as an excuse. Anyway, there is pandemic, nobody can do anything. But finally, IIT people, what you call the exam they are conducting, they are not taking that you have corona or students have not studied, so let us make it paper easy, or let us reduce the syllabus. Of course, they may reduce, but we should not take it like that, because it's an integrated topics. You cannot remove any topic, okay, because everything is related. Okay, so therefore you should not take the excuse. Okay, today I'm taking extra time because I have seen people are not solving problems. Such a simple problem: mu2 by v minus mu1 by u is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by r. Okay, such a simple problem: mu1, mu2, u, v, everything is given. Only you have to calculate b. And if you are not able to do that, means I see that there is a lack of desire in you. So please, I'm addressing that part. I'm not addressing that you have to study physics or chemistry. There is a lack of desire. That there is a lack of goal in your life. Lack of desire, lack of goal. All these things are there. If you have a goal, then nobody can stop it. Okay, nobody can stop it. There should be a desire. There should be a
Excuse me,
desire
sir.
that I have to study.
Sir, for this problem is the answer 18 centimeters?
For which problem?
This problem.
For the last problem.
Yes, sir. Minus 18.
This is the left side 3 by 2, right side 4 by 3. That's what, na?
Yes, sir.
Answer is minus 885 by 49 centimeters from sea surface.
Yeah, exactly, sir. 18.01 something we'll get.
885 by
49.
centimeters minus from
It
surface.
is 18.06122.
Oh, so this is the answer. Okay, so therefore, please don't take it lightly. Okay, second year you hardly have less time. Now May is almost over. June, July, August, September. That's all. Second year, not even September. I think September. That's all. Hardly another 4 months only you have for second year. 4 months for second year, and then afterwards from October, November, December will be revision. Revision of entire syllabus, first year and second year, and then you are ready for January. Okay, February or March, and again here we'll study again IP and all like that. So you have only 4 months for second year. Please understand: June, July, August, and September. Okay, so within this, if you are these things will not be repeated. So please understand, because in the month of October, November, December, we had to revise the entire syllabus, first year and second year. Okay, so please understand the importance of time. Every day, every hour, every minute is important. If you lost 1 minute, means that's it. You cannot get it back. Okay, it's not that sir, corona is there, so therefore I need some more time for preparation. No. Okay, whatever time is there, whatever opportunity is there, just you have to utilize that one. Right now, no physical classes, so in online classes, at least whatever is taught, at least if you are attentive, if you are enthusiastic, if you are desire that I want to learn, then you learn. you don't have a desire, if you don't have a goal, what I can do? I can tell you, that's all. But it is it's up to you. You have to think carefully what I'm supposed to do in my life. If you don't think like that, then nobody can save you. Okay, your parents may give money, your parents may give facilities, your parents may give something else, food and all like that. But it's ultimately your desire. Okay, if you don't desire, if you don't feel that I have to study, I have to get up, or I have to learn, then first of all, in anything you should understand the importance. Then only you will feel you will feel to do anything, correct or not? Suppose let's say you got a disease, suppose let's say this corona disease. Then if you feel that I have to get out, then only you will take steps. Oh, I have to go to test, I have to get a test report, whether it is positive or negative. Oh, I got positive. So that means now how to get negative. Okay. So that means because positive means it's very dangerous. So like that you'll think, then you'll go for doctor and then you'll ask him how to get out. So he'll prescribe some medicines. You'll take accordingly that medicines. Then after 15 days, you'll take a test. Then it becomes negative. So until that point, you have to be very careful. Na? You will be fearful because if I don't go to doctor and take a prescription, then I may be lost, correct or not? So same way that fear should be there, that in the January month or February month, if I don't pass in the IIT exam or NEET exam, if I don't get sick, what is my situation? So if I don't get, what will happen to my life? Like that you should think, okay? And solution is there. Everybody is there to help you. So if you don't, come forward and take steps, nobody can do. Okay? Anyway, sorry for taking long time. The reason for telling like this is because nobody has answered such a simple question. I was shocked. Please solve, please solve, please solve. Okay. Anyway, sorry for taking long time. Okay. So please do these two as homework. Okay. The previous one was the top sphere was glass and the bottom sphere is what 4/3. So please do. Next tomorrow we will continue. One or two problems we'll see on this and then we'll go to refraction at plane surface. Okay, that is Snell's law, very very important. Very in that we'll study what is real depth and what is apparent depth and all. Very interesting concepts. Okay, so thank you all very much. We'll meet again tomorrow. Today no doubt session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.